User joined your channel.
Has anybody turned laps in the fixed set for Auto Club yet this week?
In the A car?
Yes.
Negative.
Okay. All right, Carter. Have you turned laps in any of the fixed sets at Auto Club this week?
Yes, I have done both C
Oh.
and A.
What? You just said you hadn't done the A car.
I have raced in the. Oh, I thought you said fixed.
In
I've
the
done.
fixed set, in the A car. Fixed
Oh,
set in the A
okay.
car.
Yes, I have done fixed in the A car. My bad.
Okay. How was it?
Decent. I did that on like Tuesday, and I honestly couldn't compare it to anything else because I haven't driven it in Fig setup.
Hey, Carter.
Yo,
Could you please give me some basic details of the setup besides decent? Like, tight, loose, fast, slow, hard to handle, anything?
nothing's hard to handle for me. No, it was. I mean, oh God, I'm trying to be actually smart here. It was kind of tight, but I mean, it wasn't horrible.
Kind of tight, like race car terms, or kind of tight like how the hip kids say it?
Race car terms typically,
Okay.
yeah, is usually what I'm talking about when it comes to
Okay.
this sort of thing. Yeah.
Kind of tight, like. Can I tell you that, like, if I had more time in my life, I would totally participate in the fraud that is broadcasting races?
Yeah.
How do you call that a fraud?
It's
Define fraud with
what I mean by that
iRacing broadcasters.
is that like a cheap broadcast for a race is typically somewhere between $50 to $70. That's the cheap side of broadcasting.
What is expected viewership of said broadcast?
That's up to the league. Like that's the problem. It's like these broadcasters, like there's 9 million broadcasting channels. Like no one follows a channel; they follow a league. You probably get, well, let's see. So there are 10 people watching this league race that Caleb just posted in Discord. Half of them are probably the drivers who just put the stream on in the background before they like hopped in the car. Like this does, like in my mind, this does nothing for leagues. Like who gives a fuck if your league is broadcasted? Like, listen, if it was like $20-$30 to broadcast a race, okay, maybe. But like a good broadcast, a decent quality broadcast is like $100 a race.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a total. It's not a fraud.
I feel like that doesn't cost that much to broadcast.
Well, no, I mean, listen, if that's what people are going to pay, I have no problem you paying that price. But like, if I ran a league, I would never pay to have a race broadcasted. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, I don't know. If I wanted to watch the race bad enough, I would just go on fucking YouTube or iRacing and be a spectator. I don't know. So it's not a fraud. Like they don't do anything wrong per se, but I just think that like a lot of league owners think that your race being broadcasted will help grow your league, and
seems really important to a lot of people in the majors that it's broadcast.
I mean, listen, if it's a big group like the majors that you're paying to get into, it is a special event. I'm
then you're kind of paying
for
for
a really shitty like 1 mile track.
But like this random IndyCar league
in terms of bumpiness, it's gonna be a wreck fest.
What is the majors on? Is that on YouTube?
It's on one of the iRacing networks, I believe. It'll be in the yellow banner on the bottom of iRacing. At least it was this morning for the European race.
Yeah, their top splits are almost always on the iRacing. I think Race Spot.
Yeah.
What do you mean a top split? They have I thought it was a league.
Majors is a thing you pay to get in. It's not a league. It's not an invite only. It's a limited membership, but they do typically have like 3 or 4 splits.
Oh.
They have Pro and Sportsman, and then those get split based on participation. Top Sportsman, Top Pro are both broadcast with broadcasters that are, the Pro ones are usually pretty good. The Sportsman's ones are usually pretty terrible.
I can see broadcasting if you're on like if broadcasting race, if you're on a bigger network. Just helps get some publicity to the league, and then that could turn into sponsorships and stuff. Potential growth of the league, and then but I can't see spending like more than, I don't know, $30 a race.
Yeah, no one does it for that price.
Especially for like if you did like a whole season, like that's, you know, just for numbers, like
Right.
10 races or 12 races, like a season in iRacing, one a week, $25, $30 a race. I feel like it's only a couple hours. Like you're not.
People don't pay.
People like you're doing.
No.
Yeah.
50 to 60 is the lowest I've heard of.
Yeah. It's not like an official like broadcasted on TV that you should be getting broadcasted money. You're literally just like running this off your computer, putting it on Twitch or something, and streaming the race. It's really you're not spending a lot on graphics and stuff, and you can use people's telemetry thing to get a nice telemetry system.
So think about this for a second. So let's take like Race Spot or LSR TV. So they probably broadcast a race every night. I would just taking a guess. So let's say 5 nights a week to be simple. So factor in. Now, granted, you know, they pay their commentators a little bit, but I heard it's not very much actually. But think about they're doing a race every night, probably getting $100 a night. That's $500 a week. So that's $2,000 a month.
But Race Spot does really good broadcasts, though. They are actually like quality. They're
yes, but
the track temperature's rising.
So for example,
it's
if
now
I was going to run an AOD, I would not pay $100 a week.
26.